if you haven't been aware already, the World Athletic Championships are currently on, so I've been watching that every day. Every time the World Championship and the Olympics come on, there's a heap of sprinting stuff that comes out, so I thought I'd put a little speed blueprint video up. So we're going to look at a few of the big rocks that need to be covered to increase sprinting speed. So number one, we've got ground reaction force, which is how you interact with the ground once you hit it with your foot. Okay, so how good you're going to be able to react to that is dependent on your relative strength. Okay, so it's a body weight to strength to lifting ratio. That will in turn affect contact, so how quick you can contact the ground, how quick you can reverse the force from the ground, and how quick you can put it out again. So the longer you spend on the ground, okay, that's less time that you're moving and the slower that you're moving. Okay, you also want to be projecting yourself horizontal. Okay, so we've got horizontal force vector there. So a lot of people think plyometrics when they think sprinting, and they think jumping up and down on the spot. Okay, that's not really what sprinting is. If you're going up and down on the spot, you're not going anywhere. You're not covering any meters, not covering any distance. Okay, number two, lower limb stiffness. Okay, so that refers to the ankle, the foot, and the lower leg. So what that means is once you do hit the ground, you want pretty much the muscles and the shape of your foot and ankle to deform as little as possible. Okay, so if you think of a flat football, you bounce it on the ground. Once it hits the ground, it spreads out and takes longer to come back up to you. It also doesn't bounce as far. If you pump it up straight away, pump it up to its maximum, when it hits the ground, it does not change shape, and it comes back to you harder and faster than the flat footy. Okay, that's where lower limb stiffness comes into it. Okay, it's not about muscle stiffness is like hamstrings or my calves are tight or something like that. It's completely different. It's regarding tendons and ligaments, how they want to stretch and pull back and give you energy through your joints to move with. Okay, number three, I've got technique and intensity mastery. So building the first two points will definitely build technique, okay, to a certain point. Depending on your, we call them muscle imbalances, but it's pretty much weaknesses, I suppose, muscle weaknesses. You may need to do some specific technique work. Generally focusing on the first two will iron out most technique deficiencies anyway. And at football we don't need to be very extremely technically proficient, but we want to be pretty good, so it doesn't take as much out of us, and it uses less energy and calories to perform high speed sprints. Intensity mastery is pretty much teaching you, your body, your nervous system and your brain to be able to run at 100% speed. Football is played below 100%, it's submaximal because of the fatigue involved. So you need to do specific speed sessions in the off season when there's no other training that's interfering with recovery and output, to teach the brain and the nervous system to be able to sprint faster, and then that's the only way you can actually get faster. Once the body feels safe it can sprint at a certain speed, then only then will it move to a faster speed. And that's pretty much what my off season entails pretty much every year. So that's the speed blueprint video. Any further questions, let me know below.